Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Iron Man Progress Series. On the last episode, we were working on level 87 Slayer to get our Trident so that we can finally get our quest cape. However, we got a little bit distracted by getting a Dagonoth task, and we ended up going for our Berserker Ring, and we actually got it, that task. We are still about 120k away from level 87 Slayer, which should be no problem to get this episode. I know that the Trident isn't necessarily a requirement for the quest cape, because the only boss I'm really going to use it on is the Whisperer in Desert Treasure 2. It still feels like a nice thing to have. Also, the grind should net us a couple more combat levels, which would definitely be helpful. We also did Fremennik Exiles in the last episode, which is a requirement for going for the Basilisk Jaw for the Neasnot Face Guard. And even though I definitely don't mind getting the quest cape with just the regular Nezi helm, or the Slayer helm even, having the face guard would be a nice upgrade for the account. So while I'm not going to go out of my way to get it, if I do get it, that would be nice. With all that said, let's get into it. And of course, the one task I do in mobile, I get a whip. I think we should be about even with drop right now, if not a little lucky. That is whip number 3, and I think when I get around to it, I'm going to build the stash unit, although that requires a drop from Dagonoth Supreme, so... And no pop-up, but there is a defense level. We are 83 defense, which puts us at 110 combat. And I probably sound like a broken record, but having more defense will help us in the Corrupted Gauntlet, because Hunless should splash more. Oh man, I've been doing Slayer all morning and there's about to be a rollback. No, I'm just kidding, it's a normal update. But that would be pretty funny. And I want to have a lot of skips ready by the time I get level 87 Slayer, so I've been doing Turiel boosting. I don't like Turiel skipping because I like to see the number go up on my task. One day I'm going to get scouted and killed at this clue step, but I'm too lazy to death pile for this. Will I regret it today? Probably not, but eventually I need to stop being so complacent. And was our laziness worth it? Actually, yeah, that's pretty good alks. Actually, that should put us over 14 million cash stack, so let's see. And there we go. Oh, 13 million. And 14 million. Awesome. Easy clue from our Turiel Slayer, and nothing new. I know they're not the most efficient thing in the world, but I do love Hellhound tasks for the hard clues. Although I'm starting to reconsider how much I like hard clues. 177 hard clues with no Blesty high top. Okay, Ancient Page 1. I wonder if that completes the book. I have a feeling it does. Clues shared. And that does complete the Ancient Book. Awesome. So we're just missing Bandos and Saradomin. Let's go make that. And I think just making it is enough to get it to show up at Purdue's shop. So it's not there now, and let's see if it's there when I make it. And there we go, completed Book of Darkness. Let's drop it and see if it is available for purchase from Purdue. And it is, very nice, only 14k. It's not super useful, but I think for the master step where I have to have a magic bonus, I think I can do it with that instead of Infinity Boots. And I've been working on these planks I got from Skatizo, and it's made me want to make my house a little nicer, so I might just be building stuff in the background. Still waiting for 82 Herblore so we can fully finish our POH. Well, I'm dumb and I death piled with my pet out again, so rip 1 mil. I think we're up to 2 or 3 mil now. Hopefully I can stop doing that, or I might have to start putting my pet in the POH and keeping it there. And once again, I am glad that you can safe spot these things. Medium casket, let's get some rangers. Mithril Full Helm Tea. And I'm on a cave horror task right now, which usually I wouldn't do, but I kind of want to get a second black mask so that I can upgrade the dummy in my POH. While this wouldn't be a huge upgrade, it would give me a few more prayer points every time I use the Ancient Mace spec in my POH when I'm on a Slayer task. And that's another Cave Horrors task done with no second black mask. We are a little over 1.5 times the drop rate, so not a big deal. We'll get it in the next couple tasks for sure. So Turiel actually gave me a zombies task, which I never thought about, but I'm going to do the armored zombies to see if I can get a zombie axe, which again wouldn't be a huge upgrade because I already have a whip. Hard casket from our zombies task, and nothing good. Although that Morton teleport's worth quite a bit. Okay, we get something new. Rune Plate Body T. It's not new, or really even useful, but I do like getting unique drops. Okay, wow, 2 uniques in that one. I guess I already had the blue dragon mask, but the glory is awesome. Assuming that goes into the POH, I think I'll always have a glory on hand, so if I ever wipe or anything, I'll have this at least to fall back on. Alright, can we store the glory? We can, very nice, and it's a single store. And here we go. This level has been my goal for some time now. Level 87 Slayer. We can now take on the Kraken. There's no pop-ups, so let's see. Okay, yeah, we can do Kraken, so I guess now we have to hunt for a task. This is probably overkill, but I am still going to be doing some Turiel boosting while I look for a Kraken task. I have about 300 points now, which means I can skip 10 times. Although, with my luck, I'll probably need more than that. And we've got an easy casket. That was our 140th easy clue. So I haven't been messing with crystal keys for a while because I don't really need dragonstones anymore, but they recently changed the way crystal shards work to where you get way more of them. And over the course of enough crystal keys, you should actually break even at least, or maybe even profit a few shards, but I don't think that'll be the case for me actually. I thought I could sing them myself. Okay, yeah, I might not do this for real until I get the crafting and smithing level to make crystal keys myself. The enhanced crystal chest is definitely something of a long-term grind, but I think it'd be really cool to get some dragonstone armor and a UIM. As of now, we've only opened the chest 11 times, so we're not dry or even approaching dry. Once I get 80 smithing, I might do this more regularly. And I am trying to get a Kraken task, which is making me do something I've never done before in this account. I'm actually going to do my first burst task. I've wanted to do this for a while, but it's usually easier to just melee stuff or safe spot these in the Slayer Tower basement, and the seeds from that are pretty nice as well. But with burst, this should be a really fast task, and I can move on to trying to get a Kraken task. Although I'm in the wrong room for bursting. Oops. Working on my random events collection log. Oh, that gives me an emote. Never mind. Well, we are going to start doing our random events now. Let's see. We're pretty close to the log that Stale Baguette really helps us out. Oh, never mind. I've barely touched this. I guess if it's not a genie, I just one-tick dismiss. I don't mind getting clues that take me to the wilderness, but I do kind of hate getting caskets out here. I'm just recording in case I get attacked. I'm going to open up the clue. And we should have no problem making it back now, unless someone logs in under us. Alright, let's open it up. And nothing but alks. It is a pain dealing with all these alkables on a burst task without the Explorer's Ring 4, but we were able to complete a totem. So, after this hard clue, we will go fight Skatizo. Nice, that was a pretty quick clue. And, ooh, Rune Cane. That is fancy. I can't believe I haven't gotten that yet. I feel like maybe that was my Iron Man. But that is a pretty cool item to have. Alright, gonna send a Skatizo kill. 19 KC at Skatizo. We have everything but the pet and the jar. 75 Addy ore. That's not really worth processing for how much smithing XP that would be. That would be really nice on my Iron Man though. First step is completable. And we are able to get a casket. Let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, what is that? Zarket Ohm ornament kit. Is that the shield or the mace? I don't remember. Anyway, that's going to be dropped because unfortunately I can't store that in the POH. I think that some ornament kits can be stored, but some can't. And if there's a stash unit with that item, then I can store it, but I don't think there's any for that. Okay, I did a little digging around, and yeah, there's no way for me to hold on to this, and it's not really worth enough to drop over to the main, so 3k alk. Doing baby puzzles for collection log slots. Very nice, beekeeper's top. And apparently we get a lamp as well. I will not complain about Herblore XP. Still working on level 82 Herblore so that we can build the ornate pool in our POH. I am getting pretty tired of this clue step. I think I've dropped this step a dozen times by now. And that would have been step number 6, which would have been the casket, so great. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of panicked and forgot how to deal with the Necryarchs. I have almost died here in my hardcore Iron Man a few times, which is pretty embarrassing. One more hit should do it. Do we get an imbued heart today? Nope, but we do get a totem top, which lets us take another stab at Skatizo. Man, I love burst tasks. There's a pretty good chance I'll be getting a magic level by the end of this, at least by the time I take on the Whisperer. Well, I wasn't sure about it, but it does look like I am going to get that magic level after all. No pop-up, but there is level 91 magic. Alright, I just completed my 400th task, which gives us a nice 375 points, so I'm going to actually start skipping for Kraken tasks now. And before I get a task, thankfully I have enough points to get the Kraken extension, so hopefully when we do get a task, it'll be a pretty big and juicy one. But we've got about 20 skips right now, hopefully that's enough. Another day, another Deep Wilderness hard casket, which we are able to keep. Let's go ahead and see what we got from that. Oh, Guthix Coif. It is Blessed D'hide, but it's not very useful. I'll still take it though. I haven't gotten God D'hide in a while, and it would be awesome to finish off a set. Which, we're not really close to finishing off any of the sets. I could be done with one if I wasn't such a magnet for duplicates. Actually, we're pretty close to Armadillo. Although by this point on my hardcore Iron Man, I had full God D'hide and a 3rd Age Kite Shield, so probably not good to compare luck between two accounts. Alright, and like I mentioned, I want to keep working on my quest cape because that's my big long-term goal. I've decided that this week I'm going to do Devious Mines because it's a bit of an annoying one. The only reason I haven't done it yet is it does require you to go to Intrana, which means I'm going to have to death pile. But it is a prerequisite for Secrets of the North, which is a prerequisite for Desert Treasure 2. Okay, so I've been trying really hard to get a pouch from Abyssal Creatures, and I've been doing the one north of Edgeville, but I realized I could also come to the Fairy Ring over here. I think I did this in Leagues. Is our character canonically an idiot? Okay, but the bow sword would have gone so hard back in 2005. I wish we had it in the game. Well, I recorded a random nothing clip on my Iron Man because I had the wrong client focused, and I missed the completion of Devious Mines. But it wasn't a bad quest. I kind of feel bad that I was so lazy and put it off for so long. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. I'm really happy that I was able to get 87 Slayer, and I have done a ton of tasks trying to get the Kraken task, and hopefully I'm able to get it in the next episode. In the meantime, I'm going to keep whittling down the quest list, probably doing 1 or 2 a week. I have been thinking about what to do after I get my quest point cape and the Lumberage Diary, and I do think that the achievement diary would be a nice long-term goal after that. It is going to require a pretty broad range of stats to get up, and that's going to be pretty helpful. In addition, I kind of want to dip my toes into bossing a little bit. I do want to do the Tombs of a Masket to hopefully get a thread, and I know that's not going to take too long, but it will save me an inventory slot. Once I do get the Trident, I think I'm going to go to Barrows for a little bit. I don't really need anything from there, but there is a Master Clue that requires a whole set of Barrows armor. And if I get any tanky armor, that would be really helpful for the rest of the quests, especially Desert Treasure 2. In addition, I'm really looking forward to the release of Varlamore Part 2, because there's supposed to be an Herblore minigame, which I think is going to be really helpful in getting 82 Herblore. With all that said, I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.